as well as Jatinder online kamikaze Jihan. Hello. Hello. Oh, sorry. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. Sorry. Press the wrong button. Hi, Kame.
Hello there.
Oh, hi there. Welcome to the Akash Leeds.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Just want to tell my listeners, it's Kamikaze. He's
Yes, Kamikaze.
It's Kamikaze. He's a big music producer. We're going to talk to him about his projects, how he started. Anyway, welcome to Kashiri first.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So we will talk about your album and talk about yourself today. So how are you doing? How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's just quite cold today, and so just indoors because of the weather. It's quite cold.
It is. It's quite cold. Yeah, it's getting cold. It's December now, so yeah, you shouldn't complain.
Starting so.
Yeah, right. Just want to talk about yourself. If you started your music, career. When did you start your career?
Basically, in regards to myself, I've always been into music from a very, very young age.
Right.
In terms of actual music production and actual recording, mastering, basically anything in regards to actual recording itself, I would say that was around the early years of my college life.
Okay.
Where artists used to do like rap songs. That was quite common in that time of period.
Yeah.
Upcoming grime artists is what you call them.
Yeah.
It started off from basic recording. I had no experience to do music production at all. It started off with actual recording, how to master, then mix.
Right.
Then from there to actual, it got more sophisticated to actual carry out music production.
Yeah.
That was more in the later stages of my life, and that was with more, I would say, with my peers, the circle of people that I used to hang around with and stuff.
Right.
They influenced myself. They were more towards, I would say, more Western music, like blues and jazz, that type of music.
Okay.
So it's from there, basically, I've got into actual music production myself, which from there I did help out other people who are music production. But then I thought, if other people can do it, then what's stopping myself to go out there and carry out a project myself?
Yeah, why not? Well, first of all, I just want to congratulate you on this album you recently released.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you got a really good singer as well. I've been listening to your songs.
Thank you.
Yeah, so this, how do you manage to get to work with Hamera Chana?
Humera Channa, basically, I'll give you a brief introduction about Humera Channa. She's a, like playback singer.
Yeah.
Like in Indian Punjabi films, you'd have like Diljit Kaur and, artists like that around that era, the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, that's right.
So in Pakistan, it's Humera Channa predominantly, because in Pakistan film industry, we used to have more Punjabi films than actual Urdu films. At that time, it was Sultan Rai, who was a predominant actor in that time, and she was a very familiar playback voice for the Punjabi film industry.
Yeah.
Basically, what come to my head is because since a young age I've been watching films like everyone else. That's our childhood, basically going to the video shop and hiding the newest film poster that was in the window. It's a name that I grew up with. She used to sing a lot for films. She's been singing for over 30 years.
Wow.
Both Urdu, Punjabi, her own native language, Sindhi as well, which is spoken around Karachi.
Right.
And stuff. She's sung in various different languages. And she's been singing for over 30 years.
Over 30 years.
Not just for films, for private albums, solo albums, stage dramas, TV programs.
Wow.
In regards to her, why I selected her, it's because in terms of our own, like in music, if we just focus on Pakistani music compared to the Indian music, there's different types of voices that come all the time. Now in this day and age, in recent times, Gulrez Akhtar seems to be quite a female vocalist.
Yeah.
She's amazing. She's got amazing vocals and stuff. It's like But within Pakistan, it's just the same artists that come out. ਜਾਂ ਬੰਦੇ ਨੂੰ ਕਦੇ-ਕਦੇ ਨਸੀਬੋ ਲਾਲ ਗਾਣੇ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਨੇ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਜ਼ਮਾਨਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ ਨਾ ਕਿ ਲੋਕੀ ਬੜੇ ਸ਼ਾਜ਼ੀ ਮਨਜ਼ੂਰ ਦੇ ਗਾਣੇ
that's right we still listen to that
ਰਾਜਾ ਸੋਹਣਿਆ
yeah we can't forget the song
ਬੰਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ ਹੋਣਾ ਸੀ ਕਿ who is Shazia Manzoor. No one knew
no exactly
everyone knew he was Bali Jagpal who had done the song but no one knew who Shazia Manzoor was.
No I mean we've been listening to it for years now.
So that's basically what it is that because people have heard Naseeb, now it's Nasibo Lal, which is quite common. A lot of songs have been done. It's time for a new voice.
Yeah, I think recently I was watching her on YouTube. I think she went to Indian side Punjab as well. She did.
Who's that? Sorry, Nasibo Lal.
Nasibo Lal, yeah.
She's been going a lot. She does go a lot. She's been going a lot. It's either her or the other artist, Akram Rahi.
She's been
going to India a lot.
Yeah. See, the thing is, music doesn't have, religion or borders or,
नहीं मैं उन देखो जिधर मैं एल्बम में बना गया ना मेरा चन्ना दे नाल there's one song in there which was all the songs are good in their own right but the first song which come to the light was the song called Wonder. This was especially written for me from a young guy from Amritsar. His name is Yad Pariwal. He wrote that song for me, and the amount of people that love that track is unbelievable. That's taken from the same album. So myself, I'm a firm believer of what you said, that music doesn't have no music that कोई सरहद नहीं होता. Like it belongs to Pakistan and that's it.
No.
Because music is a universal language.
It is.
It's not something that's just for one area. And I've always said that from the start. So my album consists of writers from India and Pakistan both.
I mean, we listen to, we play Pakistani, the musicians are some of the beautiful voices in Pakistan. Akram Rai ji, there's many.
Arif Lohar bhi aage lekin Punjabi filmon de vich gaya hai.
Arif Lohar
se pata nahi ki.
So, like you said, there's no boundary between music, and obviously, you have produced this wonderful album. I've been listening to the girl's voice; it's so beautiful. I mean, like I said, we listen to a lot of different singers across both sides of Pakistan and India, Punjabi albums. But she got really nice songs, nice voice, and so this. How did you manage to get her into to sing sing with you or sing for you? Because
that was a bit of an experience in myself as well. It took me over 2 months to convince her.
Right.
Because that was the actual hard part of the convincing. She was at the start. She wasn't really having much of it, to be frank with yourself. It did take a lot of people to go down and to do a mentor as well to go down. you know how it is.
Yes.
Finally, she goes, okay, I'm going to give him a go, and I'm going to go down and record the vocals for him and stuff. I was meant to fly to Lahore to record the vocals, but because of the COVID coming between, it kind of messed things up or messed the schedules up as well. So it had to be through Zoom and stuff, Zoom meetings and telephone calls, communication and stuff.
So how's it been through COVID for you guys? I mean, because I've spoken to different artists before through the COVID. Been hard for some people, but some people said we've been working on our own, working home. Well, how's it been for you really over the COVID? Because
in terms of myself, from a musical aspect, it has affected a lot. In terms of yourself going out there promoting, even visiting radio stations personally, getting to know people within the radio stations and stuff. It's all done through messages or through calls and stuff because I'm the type of person. I'm an outgoing person. I like to sit down, talk, have a laugh with the radio presenters, getting to know them getting to know me as well. The one-to-one kind of thing.
It is very different for us as well because somebody speaking in front of you sitting there, we can have more chat and be feel a bit more comfortable speaking to the person as well.
Also
it is changed for us as well.
Understand them as well.
No.
It hasn't really been easy, and also for video shooting as well. Obviously, plans have to be held back until the government advice lets us to carry out this kind of stuff. So I would say yes, it has quite affected the music industry. ਜਿਹੜੇ ਲੋਕੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਲਾਈਵ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਵਗੈਰਾ ਠੀਕ ਨਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬੜਾ ਮਾਰ ਖਾਈ ਹੈ ਵਿਆਹ ਤੇ ਸ਼ਾਦੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਫੰਕਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਾਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਵਗੈਰਾ it's been quite I don't know, it's been a unique experience.
It has. I mean, have been speaking to people, who've been doing the show, live shows and stuff. They said behind me out is like everything stopped for them really now for the past almost 8 or 9 months now. So obviously for you, I mean, like you said, making the videos, making a song.
Yeah, it's quite hard. Your plans have to change.
Yeah.
You have to stop and start and. You have to think on the spot sometimes as well what you meant to do.
So how long
hopefully, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, next year things looks a bit better. Like they say that they got the vaccinations.
God willing.
Yeah. Now, how long took you to put this album together? I mean, because you got full album. Because most people do is just singles.
It's a whole album, 8 songs. It took me over a year and a half.
Wow.
A year and a half to get everything together, because I'm a bit of a fussy person as well.
Yeah.
In terms of composition and in terms of me, like if I listen to something and I listen to it again, then I listen to it again, then I listen to it again, then I think, no, I don't really like that. No, I need to take that out, or no, I need to add that out. That's the type of person I am, So that's why it did take that long. But I'd rather it be perfect than be something that's half done.
Right. No, definitely. I mean, if you go into the market and you got to show yourself.
Yeah, of course. And what they say is your first impression is the most. It's the impression that everyone will remember you from as well.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, the thing is that normally people come up with the singles. I mean, you got full album there. I mean, these days, everybody's doing singles. I know recently the Diljit Dosanjh, he done an album, I think a couple of that, But most of the people are bringing out singles, probably one single every month or something like that. But you go full album. It must have been hard work for you, putting everything together.
It was hard work for me, and it was also a reason why I done this as well. Coming to the first point that you said about Humaira Jinnah, to yourself, I don't think you may have heard of her before actually listening to this kind of music. She is quite a well-known artist. She's just been in, I think about 4 years ago, she was in Coke Studio as well.
Wow.
She's even performed in Coke Studio.
Yeah. Because not many people get a chance to, sing in the Coke Studio. So
Coke Studio, you got to be at a certain criteria.
Yeah.
To obviously on the Indian side of Coke Studio, you've had Diljit, you've had
Gurdas Mandis,
I believe you have the Wadali brothers as well. They were on their own Coke Studio. So that criteria of artists on that level come to Coke Studio as well.
Yeah.
And also she's been singing for over 30 years. She's been a playback singer, so that is...
Yes, there's something, yes, definitely.
In terms of why I made this album, is because myself, I thought, she's such a good artist. But it's a shame. She's virtually unheard of outside of Pakistan. You go to anywhere else, India, UK, Canada, USA, whatever, you won't hear anything from her.
Yeah.
But I thought, if I want to show her out, how can I show her? Because she's classically trained as well.
You got a variety of songs in just one album, different, slow, Bhangra type, you got Boliyan, obviously, everything.
Boliyan's got like a unique twist as well. It's not your typical kind of Boliyan as well. It's like the composition of it as well is quite unique. It's got like a Latin kind of salsa kind of feel to it as well. Because this one is quite unique. A lot of people have appreciated that. It has been quite popular as well, the Boliyan.
Yeah. So, it's like you got full house there really in one album, which is really, really good because, you hear of your album out, you got one type of either slow or Bhangra, or, but you have everything in one album. That's that is really, really good. And must have been hard work for you as well. In terms of your future plan now, you done, you ticked a box now. You said it took you a year and a half to do it, and you worked with one of the top background singer. And now, what's in your mind now for the next? You're thinking,
I've just finished. At the moment, I've finished working with 2 separate artists.
Okay.
One is another famous playback singer, and one's a folk singer as well.
Okay.
I've given it a little bit of a different twist, and I do think people will appreciate these songs, these efforts as well, and the songs I do think that my listeners will enjoy listening to my forthcoming stuff that are getting made, that I'm getting produced as we speak.
It's going to be single? It's going to be single?
From one artist, there's going to be 2 songs. From the other artist, it's going to be a single.
Right. So that's your next project. That's what you're working on.
That's my next project.
Right. When can we hear that coming next then? When you're working?
In terms of the artist who's got 2 singles, that will be early next year.
Right.
And for the single, I was thinking around summertime to drop that at summertime.
Right.
But before summertime, actually, I was thinking about maybe around April, May.
Right. Okay. So in terms of music producing, and where are you working? I mean, you got a team here, or are you working back in Pakistan? People in Pakistan as well?
Music composition. That's all done for myself. I have my own setup.
Okay.
Which I do use and stuff. That's my own setup. I create everything myself.
Right.
Music and everything is done for myself. Arrangements done for myself.
Right.
So it's just myself. I'm the producer.
Have you ever you worked with somebody thinking I need to learn something from a person and thinking wish I can learn something from this person because he's he's the top? Or have you ever everything learned yourself?
Might make you laugh, but singing I don't know how to sing at all.
Okay.
I can't sing. Music production's fine. I can compose and everything. But when it comes to singing, I do think I do really need to improve my voice. So
okay.
It's not really sure that I'm going to go in any hurry.
Are you working on it?
Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm trying to do riyaz and stuff.
Okay.
The harmonium and stuff. But,
yeah.
It is quite hard than how people make out. So it's not something you can do overnight.
No, definitely no. No, it takes time to. You probably have started singing already now, but come to the point where you think you need to be out there now singing now. May take a bit longer, but yeah, carry on working. I'm sure you'll get there one day.
Yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed.
You will. Now we talked about your music, and so are you doing anything else other than just music, or are you spending most of the time doing music?
Music is all I've got my own occupation, but music seems to be more of a hobby.
Right.
That's kind of gone more viral and stuff.
Okay.
So because I've always been, like I said at the start, I've always been interested in music. Always been fascinated by music from both sides. Basically, start from the elderly people in my family. They used to listen to Alam Nawar.
Yep.
Araf Nawar's father.
Yep.
It was around the same era as, I would say, Yamla Jat.
Yeah.
And Akash Singh Mastana.
That's right, yeah.
Around that kind of era as well. They were around both sides. On the India side, you would have Jatinder Kaur, Akash Kaur, Jagmohan Kaur, And then if you come down, then you got, in the 80s, it was Pungra, UK Pungra with Achanak, Alap, Kala Preet, Red Rose, stuff with groups like that. And that's what I'm saying. I've always followed up music. I tried to keep with trends myself.
Yeah.
And you always have to, in music, you have to always remember your roots.
Yeah.
Don't try to guide your ਬੰਦਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਪਹਿਚਾਣ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਆਪਣੇ ਰਿਵਾਜ ਆਪਣੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵਿਰਸਾ
ਹੁੰਦਾ ਜੀ
no one should ever change this no. The Punjabi, all these songs are Punjabi except for one. Our music is there to promote our culture. If the banda promote karna chahiye ki you can go and listen to it. गाने सुन के बंदा शर्मिंदा तो नहीं हो सकता. If you can sit down with your family, you can listen to the song and not like vulgar lyrics sometimes. No disrespect to any other artist or anything at all. They apna kam kar rahe, sahi kar rahe. But in terms of the lyrics and stuff, like I said, I've always checked the lyrics as well.
Yeah.
From the writers, where I've checked line by line by line by line. क्योंकि गाने दे विच इस तरीके दी गल्लां होना चाहिए कि कहण वाले गल्लां nothing rude या कोई something that you can't
offended somebody
with your family, or if you have elderly people, you can't listen to them. You can't listen to the song with them. Because I don't think that's a good way to promote the culture.
No, definitely.
Because it's nothing to do with our culture if you think about it really realistically.
Yeah.
You know, the lyrics sometimes they have like double meaning, or they have things that you wouldn't sit down and talk to your family about.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. You know, like vulgar stuff.
Yeah.
You know, rude meanings in songs and stuff. You know, that's why I've always stepped away from that, and that's not something that, you know, I wouldn't produce songs that I couldn't sit down and listen to with my family.
Yeah. No, that's absolutely really good, because I have interviewed a few singers from back home as well, Punjab, India, and you know, some of these singers, they're not there yet, but they're working on it. But he said, that's the way I'm going to sing, where my family, my kids, my sisters can sit and listen, and even watch the video as well. So, and I think that makes sense, because, you know, some of these songs, you know, you can't even watch or listen with your family. You know, you have to turn it off. But, you know, you're keeping the culture alive, because you're keeping everything, like you just said. You know, you make sure, you go through the lyrics and everything, read the line by line, making sure that, you know, the people who listen to your music, they appreciate it as well. Not one-time listen. So
because it's like, you have to, I would say that for people, they should prioritize that as well.
Yeah.
You know, because you have to imagine that you're singing with your own family, and this song, you're playing this song, which is true. You can't just, you know, produce songs that got, you know, really, really bad stuff in it. It doesn't make no sense, because music is supposed to be peaceful, soothing to the person inside. You know. Through their feelings, so they have a calmful feeling. They feel good about themselves. You know, peaceful kind of music, not music that's got lyrics about this or this or this or this, and you know, you'd feel ashamed to listen to it with your parents and stuff. That, to me, that is not what music is about.
No. I mean, like, if you look back, and well, still now, all those singers been singing for 30, 40, you know, even 50 years, they are still singing, and some of those songs they're sung, we are still listening to them now, because they have good lyrics in them. Some of them came...
You know, you've got artists like Manmohan Waris. I've never known him to do a vulgar song in my life. You've got Harbhajan Man. Never known him to do anything like that. Gurdas Man. Never known him to do anything like that. If you focus on UK artists, like UK groups, DCS, I never known them to do anything like that. Maljeet Singh, when he was in Golden Star, you know, he kept the tradition, the actual folk music, like a Bhangra kind of twist to it. And look how big his songs were. Like Jugni, he done Jugni, and so different types of Boliyan, Tutak Hai Jamalo, all them kind of songs. How big were these songs?
It was massive at that time. Still, people listen to them.
None of these artists had to result in doing vulgar lyrics. But they were promoting their culture in a good way, though.
Exactly, good way. So that's what I'm saying. What you're doing is a really good thing, because you are promoting your culture, and hopefully people will listen to, you know, these good songs, you know, years to come as well. Because some of these songs these days comes, trust me, they listen 1 week. It's like a one time, you wear it, throw it. That's it, really. So, you know, you want people to listen to your music years and years to come. Like, you know, all these big artists.
But then that all depends on the lyrics as well.
Lyrics,
the lyrics are solid lyrics, then that have that effect. If the lyrics are like fazul lyrics, you know, lyrics that don't even make no sense.
Don't make sense.
गानियां दा कोई सर भी नहीं होता, कोई पैर भी नहीं होता, and बस चलो जी गाना बन गया. They listen to it 1 week, that's it.
Definitely. So, Kazi, anything I've missed, really, you want to tell me?
Nothing else really. I'd just like to everyone to keep themselves safe and look forward to listening to more future music that I'm going to do. I have my own YouTube channel, which is official Kamikaze. Kamikaze is spelled Kamiikaze. Also, it's the same name. I'm on Instagram as well. So all my music, the album that I've just done with Humera Channa is on all platforms. It's on iTunes, it's on Apple Music, it's all on over 250 digital platforms. It's on, so you can just take your choice, whichever one you want to use.
That was my next question. If somebody wants to download these songs or album, so you just told us, you know, you can just go online, download them from iTunes, and like you said,
It's all on there, iTunes, Apple, Google Music.
I think I've seen on one of YouTube as well. Is this on Saban as well?
Yeah, it's on Geo7, on Deezer as well.
Yeah.
It's on all the major
Spotify as well.
Yes, on Spotify as well.
Yeah. So all the major platforms.
All the major. There's all over 250 platforms. So whichever one they want to, if they're feeling a bit adventurous, they can go through whichever platform that they want to use to download.
Right. Really, I just want to really say thank you coming on there.
No problem. Thank you for your time.
And this is Kami Case. If somebody wants to contact him, he's just told you about his. I forgot now. You can contact him through social media.
Social media, official Kami Case.
Official Kami Case.
Which is on Instagram. Also on Facebook as well.
Yeah. And you can contact him for any information. You want to chat with him or whatever. I'm just putting you up front now. And I just want to say, well done to you, this work you've done.
No problem. Thank
definitely
you
haven't heard all of the songs. I got your full album here. I will play them and again and again. And I make sure people listen to it again and again as well. If they like it, please do download and contact him as well. And I just want to say really good luck with your future albums. And we'll keep contact. If something new come up, let us know.
Of course, definitely will do.
Yeah. So any last message you want to say to the listeners now?
I'd just like to thank all of my fans, all of my supporters, all my listeners as well. You're my inspiration. Why I'm doing music is for you guys as well. I appreciate the support that you've been giving me through messages, through social media, and also the comments as well. I've been having a lot of response from a lot of the songs. There's 2 more videos that will be published quite soon for this same album.
Okay.
One is for the song Sadness, and the other one's for Lies.
Okay.
So that will be, one of them will be coming towards this month. So do catch that on YouTube and stuff.
Right. Okay, so here we go. Here's Kami Case. I'm going to play his song. I'm going to say goodbye to Kami. Right, all the best, Kami.
Thank you.
Thank
you very much.
Right, thank you.
Thank you. Take care. Thank you.